Hello everyone, Anaka here. This is today's thought. The trick is not to think outside the box, but to realize there is no box to begin with. The trick is not to think outside the box, but to realize there is no box to begin with. By Corin Reyes. So I'll repeat this quote one more time, and everyone can take a minute to note it down. The trick is not to think outside the box, but to realize there is no box to begin with. By Corin Reyes. So I'll wait for 1 minute. Everyone please note it down. And when you're done, just raise your hand. Okay, appa ini നമുക്കൊന്ന് മൂവ് ഓൺ ചെയ്താലോ? എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴേക്കും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് എന്തായാലും സ്റ്റോറി ടെല്ലിംഗ് ക്ലബിൽ അയക്കാം കേട്ടോ. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്യാം. Alright, so the trick is not to think outside the box, but to realize there is no box to begin with. By Corin Reyes. Now there's a saying called thinking outside the box. Don't think inside the box, think outside the box. So this is a saying frequently used by people. Now imagine that the box is normal thinking. For every problem, you have a solution, and this solution is used by most people. For instance, if you're hungry, you eat food. If you're thirsty, you drink water. If you have pain in your arm, you apply balm, so on and so on. Now, imagine there is no water in your house and you're feeling very thirsty. What would be the normal solution to that? Of course, you walk away, right? There's no way you can drink water otherwise. Whereas, have you heard the story of the crow and the water? When it flies to a pitcher of water and throws pebbles in the water to make it rise. That is thinking outside the box. It felt like it didn't have water, so most people would say it should fly away because that is the real solution. That is thinking inside the box. But the crow didn't do that. It threw pebbles inside the water to make it rise. So that helped it drink water. That is thinking outside the box. Now, instead of thinking outside the box, there's another solution. Realize that there is no box at all. There's no box to begin with. There's endless amounts of solution to every problem you have. All you need to do is take a few steps back and look at the whole view so that you'll be able to understand everything without missing out anything. You can find out the real solution, the best one, which you can follow easily. All right. You must have good presence of mind, and that comes with ready wit. In emergencies, in situations where you need it, You need to think. The person who is not benumbed by terror in such situations is the person who is a good leader, who is a good thinker, because they can think in moments of emergencies, they can think clearly and find a solution. Now, I'll tell you a story about presence of mind. Now, this story is about
അനഘ സ്ക്രീൻ കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല.
Okay, so 1 second. Can everyone see my screen? Krishnaki എന്റെ സ്ക്രീൻ കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ടോ? ആമയുടെ സ്ക്രീൻ കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ടോ? ഞാൻ ചെയ്യാമേ. ഒരു സെക്കൻഡ്. ഇത് ഞാൻ റീഷെയർ ചെയ്യാൻ ശ്യാമ. റീഷെയർ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ലെങ്കിൽ കുഴപ്പമില്ല. ഈ കേട്ടാ മതി. അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്യാം. This story is about
excuse me Naka. Shahana please mute. Shahana please mute.
Network. Okay, so let's continue. So this story is about the teacher and his student. Now, there once was a teacher who loved picking on his students when they made mistakes. Now, he was walking around the classroom and said to one of his students, "How many kidneys do we have?" The boy replied, "4." The man said, "We have 4 kidneys. Great." He said to one of the front benchers, "Hello, someone, bring some grass to the table. There's an ass in the classroom," he said. Now the boy replied, "And for me, a coffee too." The teacher stared at him. Then he said, "What are you talking about? You said we have 4 kidneys. Go out of the classroom." But in his way out of the classroom, the student still had the audacity to rectify his teacher's flaws. So do you know what he said? He said, "You said how many kidneys do we have? We is a plural noun. And I have 2 kidneys, you have 2 kidneys. So we have 4 kidneys in total. Now you can enjoy the grass," he said, and left the classroom. Now, what does this teach you? Always have presence of mind. All right. In a hard situation, you can always use it with your ready wit, and it will always help you. Now, this is a true story. Okay, this is a true story. All right, I'll show you 1 second. Yeah. Now, see this. This is a person. This is the student in that story. He's a Brazilian journalist and writer. All right. So this is one of his stories. All right. I hope everyone can see the picture. This is one of his stories. Now what happens is there's a young boy. He's a student, and the teacher comes in and asks him a question. Then the boy gives the wrong answer. All right. And he comes back at the teacher when the teacher tries to ridicule. Now that's all. So the person who can remain calm in hard situations and have a good presence of mind is a good leader, is a good person. They have good authority. They are a good leader. So whoever can stay calm in such situations, in emergencies, they are true leaders because they can think in such situations. Okay, so that's it. Bye. Thank you.